If you like weather, if you like detailed weather forecasts, you've found the right place. It's Weather for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday evening, the 27th of April, 2022. As promised, today was an absolute clunker. A lot of clouds. Temperatures mostly in the 30s, just a few days after we had highs in the 80s for the third consecutive day. Today's numbers a little bit deceptive. 41 the high at the airport today, but that was at 12:07 this morning. Most of the afternoon was spent with temperatures between 35 and 39 degrees. Way below the average, and of course, way below the record. That record of 90 today is a record high for today's date. It's also the record earliest 90-degree temperature of the spring season for our area, and this occurred in 1942. On today's date in 1942, the high of 90, the first or earliest in the season 90-degree temperature in our record books. So it can get hot at this time of the year, but usually we don't see a lot of 90-degree days until we get deeper into May and especially into June. All right, the story is not the heat, but it's the cold for the next couple of nights, and frost is going to be a concern. If anybody has any outside plants that definitely enjoyed the warmth a few days ago, they're not going to enjoy the temperatures over the next couple of nights. You need to cover them or bring them in. Did you know that frost can form when air temperatures are technically above freezing? Now, properly measured air temperatures are measured about 5 feet above the ground. That's what the proper sighting is for a thermometer. I understand that, a lot of personal weather stations and thermometers that, maybe in your garden or things like that don't necessarily meet that requirement, but that's technically where we should have thermometers to measure the air appropriately. But there can be a several degree difference between 5 feet in the air and down at the ground. You can have air temperatures of 35, 36, even 37, 5 feet above the ground, but at the ground, the air temperature can be freezing or even below freezing. So frost forms when little tiny, almost invisible water molecules in the air touch a frozen surface, your windshield, blades of grass, things like that. And so ice crystals form, and you need temperatures to be cold enough, and we will have no problem getting that over the next couple of nights. We don't have a lot of moisture on the ground. We've dried out some since the most recent rains, but we've had rain with enough frequency of late that moisture won't be too much of a concern. So I'm expecting, plenty of frost to scrape next couple of mornings, and actually freeze warnings are out for most of eastern Ohio and western PA because not only could there be frost, but a pretty hard freeze as well. And I realize most have not planted their gardens or done anything like that, but we just had temperatures in the 80s a few days ago. Lots of people, of course, bought some hanging baskets and got in the summertime mood, and you just want to make sure you take care of those so they don't meet an early demise this year. Why does Mercer County and points north and east not have a freeze warning? Well, it's been determined by the National Weather Service that the growing season has technically not begun in those traditionally colder areas of northwestern PA. Temperatures will be just the same there as throughout the rest of our region, but the freeze warning is not out for there because technically, it's just a technicality. The growing season is yet to begin in those spots. But no matter where you're watching this from tonight, it's going to be cold, and you want to bring in or cover up any sensitive plants. We've had this blanket of clouds all day today. That's the kind of bright whites here. The grays are where the clearing is, and this clearing will gradually work in as we head towards midnight. Into the overnight, we'll have plenty of time with clear skies to see those temperatures drop pretty nicely. Weather across the country this evening, nothing really to write home about. I'm expecting the severe weather risk to ramp up over the next few days out across the middle of the country. In fact, Friday could be a pretty big day across the Plain States. If you're an early morning riser, say between about 5:30 and about 6:30 before it gets too light out, you can check out 4 planets. Pretty easy to find these in the east-southeast sky. They're all lined up really nicely. These will be joined by the moon in the sky Saturday evening, hoping for enough of a clear sky to check that out. Saturday evening. No moon Thursday morning with these planets, but it'll be cool to check out. It'll be crystal clear. So Jupiter is lowest. Just above Jupiter and just to the right is Venus, and then a ways up is Mars, and followed by Saturn. Again, east-southeast sky. Try to check this out about an hour before sunrise as we go into Thursday morning. You'll need the sunglasses all day, just not a cloud in the sky for most of our Thursday. Most of Friday should be cloud-free as well. I think our in-house model here is a little bit fast, bringing in some clouds and even some approaching showers here on Saturday. I kind of suspect these showers will be more like down here Saturday morning. I've got a dry forecast for Saturday, still a fair amount of sun That'll change, though, as we go into the day on Sunday. Our weekend forecast does include an increased chance now, compared to previous forecasts, of some showers on Sunday, with temperatures in the upper 60s. Might even be a thunderstorm or two in the mix on Sunday. The warming trend that will get underway tomorrow will continue as we head into the weekend. So I've got mid-50s in the forecast for Thursday, but then 60 or so on Friday, mid-60s Saturday, right on par with where we should be at the very end of April and the start of May. And again, temperatures approaching 70 on Sunday, and I'm expecting temperatures to kind of hover near the seasonal average for early next week. Not expecting a return of the kind of air mass that we had today. We had a couple of flurries earlier on today, especially in Mercer County. Pretty good chance those are the last snowflakes we will see this season. I know there's some skeptics out there, but the pattern as we go into early May does not favor enough of a chill to lead to many snow opportunities. So, pretty good chance. Not a guarantee just yet, but a pretty good chance that we saw the last snow flurries of the year earlier on today, especially in northwestern PA. Thanks for checking out tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Coming up on Thursday, we'll take another look at that weekend forecast, including the timing and perhaps severity of any showers and storms that may track our way on Sunday, and we'll take another look at the pattern as we go into the month of May. That'll be on Thursday's weather for Weather Geeks. In the meantime, have a great rest of your night.